going to take a look at a really old song. First came out in 1960, became a big hit in 1962 for Brian Hyland, who we recently did a lesson from on Gypsy Woman. But so this is like my Brian Hyland phase, and covered by many other people. Bobby Vinton had another hit with it in the early 70s. The original was done by a vocal band from the 50s called the Four Voices. Now, most people aren't familiar with that one. Anyway, we're going to take a look at Sealed with a Kiss. Now, it's a really interesting progression. There's a nice little harmonica solo in it later on, and that goes kind of like that. So we're going to play the solo version too. This has just a bunch of unusual things in it. And one is this haunting melody. Killer. But it also has a modulation at the end where it goes up a half step. Now, it's not necessary to do that, and it makes it a lot harder. The song's basically in the key of E minor. Now, the original is a half step higher, so he would play it with a capo at the first, and even then, it's going to move up another half step, which is going to mean a whole set of bar chords to play in the key of F minor. Now, you could get away with, if you could move your capo quickly, which could clearly happen. We'll talk about that later, but it's really unnecessary to do the modulation. But again, really interesting chord progression. Brian's version is actually in the key of F minor. Later versions, you can see him playing it live from the 2015, 2016 era, and he didn't bother to capo it there. So, just to save his voice, save the pipes a little bit. I think that's all I want to tell you in here. A lot of chords, mostly in the key of E minor. We're going to talk about a little bit of the theory involved with why the heck these chords all go together and sound so good together as we get through it. And then, of course, we'll take a look at, I keep looking over here at the tablature I put together of playing pretty much what I just played right there. Short little strumming solo. Anyway, coming up, a lesson on Sealed with a Kiss.